everyone, welcome to our presentation on ergonomic risk factor assessment of car wash workplace. The purpose of this research is to conduct ergonomic evaluation at TZ Karat Auto Spa Pariraja Johor and utilizing multiple techniques including checklists for CMQ, ERA, RULA and ART. The employment position chosen for evaluation consists of car washing, drying, polishing, interior detailing workers and administrative staff. Next, let's talk about the problem statement. Job tasks such as car wash workers, salesperson, and office workers at the TZ Karat Auto Spa may encounter ergonomic obstacles that can influence their health and productivity. Next, the potential problems such as exposure to dangerous job, repetitive job, poor workstation design, lack of training, and long period of standing. Moreover, various ergonomic difficulties must be addressed in order to prevent musculoskeletal disease, pain, and work-related injuries in various vocations. Next, for the objective of this research, the first one to assess the ergonomic risk factor existing in the selected TZ Karat job. Determine potential solution for improvement in ergonomic layout, works procedure, and tools. To improve worker safety and well-being, and make suggestions and develop methods to reduce ergonomic hazard, to determine the frequency and intensity of musculoskeletal disease among the employees. Last but not least, to enhance worker and management comprehension of the role of ergonomic in reducing occupational injuries and enhancing overall working conditions.
Hi, my name is Faiz, and we're going to talk about literature review. Ergonomics and workplace safety has several assessment tools such as CMQ, ERA, RULA, and ART. CMQ is there to assess physical demand and musculoskeletal symptoms by workers. ERA is a comprehensive method to evaluate ergonomics hazard and risk and its likelihood. RULA is the upper limb assessment focusing on upper limb posture. And lastly, ART, which is to address ergonomics regarding repetitive tasks.
Hi, my name is Wan Amirul Amin bin Wan Muhammad Sayuti. My matrix number CD190095. Today, I will discuss about the methodology. First, we conduct an interview season to study the evaluate of ergonomic risk factor to TZ Karat Auto Spa in Pariraja. Second, there are 5 scope of work consisting of administration, washing, drying, polishing, and internal cleaning. Third, for the internal era, we conduct the coronary musculature questionnaire (CMQ) using the those initial and era checklist. And from the result of the initial checklist, we will decide which advanced era will gonna be used. There are 3 types for advanced era checklist. First, posture assessment (RULA or LEBA). Second, forceful exertion assessment (MES or RAPP). And third, repetitive motion assessment is ART.
Moving on to the risk assessment for the interior detailing workers. First, for the CMQ, the workers that experienced discomfort in both wrists were 4 out of 5 respondents. For pain in the lower back, all 5 respondents respectively respond. And for the discomfort in neck, 3 out of 5 responded. For ERA, as we can see, 6 out of the 13 questions regarding the outward posture were filled in column yes. Based on the result, the workers exposed to the outward posture on the shoulder, head, hand, and wrist for more than 2 hours per day. Meanwhile, the workers were not exposed to any static and sustained work posture. Moreover, there was no forceful exertion risk of occurring on the workers. On the other hand, the workers were exposed to repetitive motion risk. Based on the result, 3 out of 5 questions related to the repetitive motion risk will fill in the column yes. The workers were exposed to the repetitive motion on their body parts such as shoulder, wrist, hand for more than 3 hours on a normal workday. The ruler assessment revealed high risk level in terms of upper limb posture, and further investigation was needed to eliminate the MST risk. Meanwhile, for the art assessment, to obtain the exposure score, the task score must be multiplied with the duration multiplier. Therefore, the exposure score for overall total of task score for the interior detailing section was 25. Based on the proposed exposure score level, the total exposure score for the interior detailing section was considered high and need a further investigation required urgently.
Assalamualaikum. Hello everyone. My name is Yunus Niti Mahlil. Today I would like to present for washing department result. For the CMQ checklist shows that the common body part experience pain in washing department were usually exposed to the wrist, foot, and lower leg. The most common pain that worker experienced was foot pain due to the long standing, which said that all of them were exposed to this pain and lower leg pain. Meanwhile, for the wrist pain, it's only said that 4 people feel uncomfortable. While for the ERA checklist, the initial economic risk assessment checklist focuses on the data from the observation site, including aquaculture in the washing system. The checklist reveals the exposure duration are typically over 2 hours per day, with unadapted sites were having a shorter exposure duration of 4 hours. No restrictions for static or sustained work period are present. Repetitive motion activity are common with exposure duration exceeding 3 hours on a normal day, or 1 hour continuously without a break. Is for the art method. The art method washing department score 23 for total exposure for both left and right arm. Based on risk factors like arm movement, repetition, force, and posture, each duration time is in 4 hours to 8 hours of the workout. The score is divided into green, amber, and red, with green indicating low risk, amber medium risk, and red high risk. Change in posture are necessary to prevent unwanted events and achieve the higher exposure level. Lastly is for the ruler method. The ruler employee assessment worksheet shows a 6 score for washing department, indicating poor pressure and discomfort, which is needed for future investigation and needs to be changed as much as possible. It is said that the posture of the employee when doing their task is not good, so they will feel discomfort and pain while performing their job. Next, I will pass to my friend for the presentation.
I will discuss about the result. From the CMQ result checklist for the drying department, we conduct the coronal musculatal questionnaire CMQ using the DOS and ERA initial checklist. After completing the checklist force and total score, we need to review the minimum requirement for the advanced ERA assessment. For the drying department, we choose the ruler and art for assessment. From the ruler assessment worksheet, we got an overall score of a 7 for the drying department. G is due to the many movement of the arm, wrist, neck, strap, and leg position. From the art assessment worksheet, we got the overall score of 19 for the drying department, based on the risk factors such as arm movement repetition, force, and posture frequent repetitive movement within time period of 4 hours to 8 hour working day.
Let's take a look at the result for the polishing department. Based on the CMQ, 5 employees experienced discomfort in both of their wrists. 3 out of 5 employees experienced lower back pain, and 3 employees suffer from foot and lower leg discomfort. So we start doing the initial ERA and found out that we need to conduct advanced assessment regarding awkward posture and repetitive motion. For awkward posture, we obtained a score of 7 for the RULA assessment for all employees, which requires further study on the task elements. For repetitive motion, we obtained the ART score of 14, which put the exposure level at a medium, which required further investigation.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Shakira Azizan. So today I want to explain about the result and discussion for admin department. 4 out of the total question on awkward posture were answered yes, and the majority of the remaining question were answered negatively. No heavy lifting tasks are involved in this department. None of the risk factors exceed the minimum requirement for an advanced assessment, so no need for an advanced era in this admin department.
For recommendations, I think it's a great idea for the company to provide ergonomics training to the employees, implement job rotation, promote stretching and breaks, and lastly, to encourage feedback from all workers.
And that is all from me. Bye bye.
Next is the suggestion for admin department. The first one is ergonomic workstation, which is ensure ergonomic chair and adjustable desk are provided to employees. And the next one is regular breaks and stretching, which is encourage employees to take regular breaks from prolonged sitting, and employee education and training, which is conduct workshop or training session on proper sitting posture and back health.
For the recommendation, washing department activate all of the staff accrue for repetitive tasks such as washing car during public holidays, worker offer extreme discomfort and pain due to prolonged standing. And for this, assessment by CMQ, ERA, RULA, and ART reveal high risk for upper limbs. To avoid pain, workers should pause, avoid bending over, and wash the car in parts, dividing it into roof, foot side, and trunk. To avoid back strain, we must warm up, stretch, muscle, wear comfortable shoes, and use a back support belt. And take a sun and avoid rushing through the car washing process.
For the recommendation, the company need to limit the vertical of the curtain period to reduce the physical status of the worker. In addition, provide a suitable and special clothes to dry the physical body. Next, provide an ergonomic vertical drying position system to reduce the worker movement during drying and speed up the drying process of a car.
The recommendation for the interior detailing workers. The first one, the employer should encourage the interior detailing workers to take regular breaks throughout the day to rest and stretch their muscle. Second, the employer must provide training session for the workers on proper ergonomic posture and body mechanics. Last but not least, the interior detailing workers should assess the suitability of the tools and equipment used in this job.
For the conclusion, the figure there are assets for project and to improve economic risk factor and reduce process hazard by assessing time before they into project. The results show that employer offer experimentation and discomfort in the lower back, lower leg, foot neck, and wrist due to the respective process. The project will apply a risk assessment method such as RULA and ART method to identify hazardous, repetitive posture, and prioritize risk-adjusted action. This method will help to improve safety, posture, and efficiency in the workplace. Thank you, that's all from me.